here at Formby Golf Club in northern England. It's my first round on my trip, and my first round outside of the United States. The golf here is so unbelievably different compared to back home. Everything here is target golf. Missing the fairway has real penalties that I don't see back home. Typically, I can use my strength to muscle balls out of the rough or fescue I find myself in, and I can't really do that here. I ripped my drive just down the right side. We have a caddy, Josh, who probably saved me 10 strokes in this course with advice on where to hit it. On top of that, he found some of my more errant shots, which we will get to later in the round. Another huge difference here compared to back home are the greens. The greens here run painfully slower than what I'm used to, and they have to because of the wind. I've had multiple people tell me the wind would blow unmoving balls off the green if they rolled them much faster. Even knowing how slow the greens are compared to what I'm used to, I'm still going to leave a lot short today.
How do you know that one? Nobody knows Bayonne. People in New Jersey don't know Bayonne.
He's a golfer.
Despite this hole being 370 yards and perfectly straight, the landing area of my driver is protected heavily by fescue, so Josh recommended a 2-iron. While I didn't catch all of it, it still rolled out maybe 250 yards because of the firm fairways. My 2-iron is definitely my friend here.
Do you have a
exact
the
same
UDI?
one, but I've got the older one. I bought the new one like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I haven't brushed it.
I left the putt short, but until I adjust, this is going to be a common theme. Despite this drive looking pretty, I pushed it about 20 yards right of where I intended it to go. I got lucky that it only ended up in the rough, and I even had a shot into the green.
Putting good?
Oh, he's on and under.
Wow. Fairway and a green. You have to come to England more often.
No, fairway and green under regulation. Par 5.
My dad is on in two, putting for eagle for the first time I can remember, maybe ever. Unfortunately for me, I catch the shot then and put it in the bunker.
Good shot, Alexander.
So what did you do for work?
I have a grade out and give myself a really good chance at birdie here. Unfortunately, my putting woes continue. Again, I push my drive right on this hole, which is apparently drivable for me. While I obviously am not a great driver, even a decent drive of 270 can roll up. Unfortunately, my timing isn't quite right, which I pin a little bit to jet lag, but we have to play the game we have each day. This hole is a deceptively challenging par 3. I was warned to keep my ball toward the left side of the green, which usually isn't a problem for my irons, but I caught this one a bit thin and ended up short right with a really tricky 2-putt. Luckily, I'm able to hit a good enough lag putt and save the par.
It was right at that path out there? Yeah.
Here's where things start to get a little ugly. While this wasn't a legitimate shank, my safety club puts it about 30 yards offline, and I get stuck in a nasty bunker. I was pretty confident I could get out of the bunker with a normal full swing, but again I catch the ball thin. Luckily for me, the ball pops out so I'm not still stuck in the bunker. I unfortunately mishit the next shot and leave myself with a 40-yard pitch for par. At this point, I'm on full damage control and want to make sure I get no worse than a double. I swallow my pride and hit a very safe, fluffy wedge shot to the center of the green.
Good shot. Thanks.
Got it.
After a hole like that, I just want to mentally get back on track. Everyone has bad holes, and how you battle back is one of the most important aspects of your golf game. I'm playing in the Pastors Challenge in 5 days, an event where I try and break a course record of a course I've never played. Whether I'm striking the ball well, putting well, or having nothing go well, I intend to show up and play my best. I am using this round to practice for that, meaning I have to do everything I can to forget about that double and work on another par. This is an easily reachable par 5, but my tee shot again leaks off to the right. My 3-wood usually has a nice draw to it, but clearly I'm just not striking the ball well today. I wasn't able to record my pitch out because of where my tee shot ended up, but I'm 190 yards away from a par 5. Josh tells me I have a flyer lie, which of course we get in the US, but not to the same degree we do out here. I blast a 7-iron, which I normally carry 175, maybe 180 if I swing hard, about 20 yards past the pin into the wind.
That looks pretty good to me.
Didn't need a lot more. Just a little bit higher would have been good. It's not an easy shot. No. I just knew the second I hit it, it wasn't.
Luckily, my ball came a bit down the hill, so I'm not too far away. Here, all I'm trying to do is land it as softly as I can to give myself a chance at the par.
It's all us from the US. Stop. Please. Please.
And I finally make a putt for one of the best up and downs I've had in a while.
Nice shot.
My dad absolutely blasts his drive right down the middle on this absolutely gorgeous hole. This is the feature hole of Formby, and it really is a sight to behold.
How'd you hit it?
Unfortunately for me, I decided to avoid pushing my drive by duck hooking it, and find myself deep in the trees having to punch out.
Yes.
I hit a pretty decent third shot to get myself near the green, but boy is this a monster putt for par. I gave it my best attempt, but still don't get it really anywhere near the hole. I'm definitely not happy with how I played the front 9, but my short game really saved me from what could have been a disastrous round. While I'm not ever really happy being 4 over, if not for my wedge game, it could have been so much worse. Looking back on this round and this trip 1 month after the fact, my short game was so good here compared to home, and it really shows how little long game matters unless you're trying to shoot par. I hit some truly awful shots and was still able to scrape 7 pars and 2 doubles out of this 9 because of good approach shots and mediocre putting. Mentally, this round and later rounds are really hard for me because my iron striking is usually the best part of my game. While my driver is always somewhat of a wild card, not being able to rely on my longer irons really made me feel like I was 15 again, on a golf course with no control over where my ball was headed. As I head to the back in the next few rounds, I'll be trying to get that control back to hopefully prepare myself for my tournament.